Hi everybody, welcome to Fast Time Brew. Today I'm experimenting with different kinds of crystal malt in an idea I stole from a Reddit user by the name of johanburrati. So this is my bag of base malt. I've got some nice neutral Magnum hops and US-05 yeast. And here I've got light crystal, medium crystal, that's dark crystal, caramalt, Munich, and some more just base malt as a control because science. So here we go. johanburrati, did I correct pronounce that? Anyway, this is my big pot of water that I'm getting up to mash temperature. Put the old grain bag in. So this is a stove top brew in a bag, which is it's a much smaller batch than I usually do. So I'm just doing this one on the stove. So this is my base malt that I'm going to mash, and that's going to go in there and get nicely stirred around. Even giving it a whisk, and then that ought to go into the oven. So I've preset the oven for 70 degrees just to kind of hold the temperature, and in it goes. And if you're doing this, I've said this before, I'll say it again, don't leave the lid on or else the temperature will go crazy. So 1 hour mash on that guy. Okay, and we're done, and out comes the mash, and it's kind of hot, and that's alright. So here we go, out comes the mash, and I guess the bag comes out, and I'll do all the usual stuff, just on a much smaller scale. Today, as I said, what am I aiming for? 12 litres, I think? I want a bit more than, I don't know. Anyway, around 12 litres. So there we go, squeezing it out, and now it's boiling already. So this is my Magnum. Because I'm all about the malts here, I'm aiming for a fairly low IBU of, I can't remember exactly what it was, but it's kind of low, maybe 20 to 25 or something like that. Anyway, bring the temperature down she comes, and that's using like a water bath sort of thing there, so hopefully that comes down quick enough. There it is. And now, wipe off the pot and pour it through the strainer into my little fermenter that I use for experiments and stuff. So in it all goes. So far so good. It's not actually fermenting in this fermenter. I've actually got, well, you'll see in a minute. Now I'm putting in an ice block just to bring down the temperature so that the yeast won't all die. Okay, and topping it up with water. So I get to that little black line there. That's the 12 litre mark. Okay, so now I've got 12 litres of what ought to be a nice, consistent base. What will I do with that? Well, I'm going to pour it into these apple juice containers. And somebody said to me, well, if you're using all this apple juice, because I had to buy a whole bunch of it, why didn't you make cider? And I said, why didn't I think of that? So I didn't make cider. But anyway, here we go. I've got 6 things. There's 2 litres in each one. And now I'm getting through my little malts here. So this is that's the base malt. So that's like the control group. And I'm weighing in a certain amount of water to make sure that these are all nice and consistent. So the kettle's boiled and it's come down to the right temperature to steep these. So I'm basically in mugs steeping a small amount of crystal malt into each one, and it works out to be roughly 8%. And I had some left over of the base, so this is a little bit of base going into each one as well, an extra 100 mils just for good luck, because why not? Anyway, so and 1.8 little grams of yeast go into everyone as well. This is all being very measured and even. The what's-its are still steeping away there, so they get half an hour. Half an hour's up. Okay, so in they all go. That one's the base, and in fact, by now, what am I up to? This must be the medium crystal. I'm noticing that it's kind of stickier, and that's the dark crystal, and that is definitely stickier than the others. Anyway, Munich is the last one, and I've gone for the party balloon time. I've gone for the sort of standard crystal malts. I might do another one later with a bit more weirder malts if I can think of some. So anyway, what I'm doing here is making airlocks. Put a little hole in a balloon. Be better if I had a pin to make the hole, but I'm just using the knife. And this will act as an airlock, and the CO2 will escape out, and oxygen won't come in the other way because of the pressure gradient. So that's all good. Got my 6 little things. So up we go to the shed, and they are going to ferment for a couple of weeks in here. There they all are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All the different ones I've written on them. The temperature thing's a bit of a weird one this time. I'm just measuring the ambient temperature, and this little fermenter's full of water. I'm going to use that for heat if needed to kind of radiate. But anyway, there we go. That's set to 90 degrees. We're done. We're done. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got light, medium, dark crystal. I got Cara malt. I got Cara Munich and base malt. And we're going to see how it goes. So thanks for watching the video. Cheers. Bye.